Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. I am Danielle, aka Stitchery here on YouTube, and today is Friday, March 22nd. So it has been a busy work week. I am off today, but I worked Monday through Thursday, and 2 of those days we worked late. And yesterday, let me tell you, I felt like I went to medical school. Like I'm now a brain surgeon. I had to look up so many terms about the brain yesterday. It was crazy. And yeah, some days I really feel schooled in my job. Like, you know, some of the terms and things, that the subjects that we edit, very technical and difficult. So very thankful to be off work today. And I know I had not done a video all week. I don't think I did. So I thought, hey, today I'm going to do one, let you guys know what's been going on this week. So let's start with Sunday, because Sunday is where I almost thought I was going to have to go to the hospital. Yes. So you guys know I'm doing intermittent fasting and low carb. And I am very careful about what artificial sweeteners I ingest, because I know that stuff, it just is not good for you. The artificial sweeteners in like diet soda and some of the drink packs, like Crystal Light and stuff like that, I'm okay with those. And I usually only allow myself like 1 diet soda a day at dinner. Any other time I'm drinking coffee or water. And in my coffee now, I never even use regular creamer. I use heavy whipping cream, which is, no carbs at all in it. And I use a tablespoon. It's just to take the bitterness off of the coffee. Some people will put salt in their coffee. I've never done that. They say that takes away the bitterness as well. Anyway, Chalk Zero, because I had received the keto crate for like 3 months. I did cancel that because $45 is just, yeah. Anyway, but I did like the Chalk Zero lemon bark that I had in there. And that didn't bother me. But Chalk Zero had a sale, and I went and I bought, I want to say 5 or 6 different things. So Sunday, we get up, we go to the grocery store. Bill is doing stuff outside because it was pretty nice last Sunday. And I'm trying to think how this even happened. I was doing stuff around here, and I feel like I recorded a video. I think I did a video on Sunday. And then as that was processing, I said, you know what, let me try this candy. So I tried like a little bit of each one. And then I didn't eat any food for like an hour and a half, or I didn't go to eat any food for like an hour and a half. And hour and a half goes by, and I develop the worst abdominal pain that I think I had ever experienced. And at that moment, I had to sit down. It was so bad. I had went to the bathroom, not trying to get too personal, and that was fine, but that didn't relieve the pain. So I thought to myself, what is going on? And I thought, oh my God, I sampled all of that sugar-free candy. Now, Chalk Zero uses monk fruit as their sweetener. They don't use like, the normal sugar alcohols. But anything can affect anyone weird, right? When I tell you that, so Bill was outside putting the canopy on our deck, and he was like, when I'm done, you want to come sit outside? And I was like, yeah, great. Well, I'm sitting down in extreme pain, and I thought, I can't go outside. I have to have him come in here. So I messaged him, and I said, you need to come inside. Something's really wrong. And he came in, and I explained what was going on, and I said, I think I just need to lay down. So we literally, at 1:30 in the afternoon, we laid on his bed while I put a heating pad on my abdomen. It hurt for, I don't know, it was a good hour and a half at least. And I had never felt such pain. I thought I was having an irritable bowel attack. My mom has been afflicted with irritable bowel syndrome for like 20 years. And this was the worst pain that I have ever experienced. So I was concerned, obviously, and I almost was like, let's just go to the hospital because something's wrong. But I wanted to give it a chance to see if it would subside. And it did. I ate a little bit of something at like 3:30, and then I ate a tiny bit of dinner. I hardly ate anything on Sunday. For the next 2 days, Monday and Tuesday, my abdomen was so extremely sore. I am perfectly fine now. Oh my God. So I immediately threw all that candy in the trash and I was like, forget it. No artificial chocolate. No, I will just do without that. No. If I want a piece of fucking chocolate, I will have like a square of regular chocolate, right? I'm telling you, it just isn't. And now I'm afraid to eat anything with sugar alcohols in it because I'm afraid that's going to happen again. However, so I woke up on Monday and I also had a rash on my neck. And I'm like, what the actual fuck? Like, my body is rebelling. And then it hit me. I had started taking a new supplement. And I said, oh my God, I bet I'm having a reaction to it. So I sat down on Monday. I think my job ended early Monday. I sat down on Monday and I really went through what I've been taking. Now, I'm going to be fully transparent here and say I was taking an obscene amount of supplements. I have been eating really, really well for the past 2.5 months. And I thought, Danielle, stop doing this to yourself. You don't need to be taking all of that stuff. So I cut all of my supplements down to my chemo pill, which I have to take for 10 years. And I'm on year 7. An allergy pill because I have horrible allergies and they're starting up, at this time of the year. But I take an allergy pill every day. I take Allegra. I take something for my urinary tract to keep that healthy. And what else do I take one more thing. What was it? A multivitamin. Because even though I do eat clean, I feel like I still need, like I'm not getting everything. So that is all I take now. As soon as on Tuesday, the rash was gone from my neck. Now, I will get a rash on my neck too. I'll get like a heat rash when it's really hot in the summer. This was not it. And I thought, oh my God, like my body is trying to tell me, stop doing that. So luckily, I am perfectly fine now. Everything calmed down, but that was very scary on Sunday because I had never experienced pain like that. And I talked to Jill about it. I talked to Becky about it, and they've experienced similar things here and there. And Jill's like, she had to walk it off when she did. Like she was walking around. She couldn't get settled. Yeah, I could not get comfortable. That was just not like a rolling pain, like just a constant, it took my breath away. It really, really did. So, learning lesson. Be careful with artificial sweeteners if you are someone that is on like low carb and you're missing sweets. No, ma'am, sir, it is not worth it. Okay. So yeah, then the work week. And then, so I have been coloring this week. As you can see, you guys are seeing me color. This is a page in Johanna Basford's Secret Garden, which is probably one of my favorite coloring books ever. I think my favorite one from her is World of Flowers. And I decided I wanted to follow a coloring tutorial from Cheng. Cheng is an amazing colorist. She has a YouTube channel and she does tutorials all the time. And so I am following a tutorial from her. And the 2 pencils I'm using in the background, because I'm coloring the background first because that's what she did. And then I'll be able to get into the good bits, the flowers. So I'm using Prismacolor. Prismacolor is probably my favorite pencil. I have other pencils, but I have the 150 set of Prismacolors and they are amazing. So I am using Light Aqua, which is 992. And then gray green light, which is $2.89. And so I am putting down the darker color and sort of trying to fade it out into the lighter green gray color around the ends. Now, Chris only did like around the flowers. Like she only did it in a circle. I decided to just do the whole page, the whole background, just to see how it was going to turn out. And so what I'm doing is really burnishing with the lighter green color towards the end. And it's turning out pretty good. But coloring is a marathon, not a sprint. It takes a long time. I have worked on this page for the past 3 nights. So enjoying it very much though. And I went to the Dollar Tree yesterday because my job, yes, I didn't start work yesterday until 2 p.m. my time. So I went to the Dollar Tree because I wanted to get a pencil case to hold like my eraser, my white and black pen that I use for highlights or dots, my pencil sharpener. I have a brush to brush off, like a makeup brush, to brush off pencil dust. Because if you sweep it with your hand, you can put pressure on it and smear the color. So it's better to use like a soft bristled brush to brush away, pencil dust. I needed something to hold all of that. So, of course, Dollar Tree. I mean, everything's $1.25. So I found some really cute pencil cases. I got 2 of them because I wasn't sure which one I wanted to use. And I don't know if you remember the last time I was at Dollar Tree, there was a woman in front of me and I got stuck behind her in line because there was only one line open. She had her cart filled. It was brimming. She spent like $126, something like that. I was walking through the store because when I'm there and I have a little bit of time and someone's not with me, where I feel pressure to like hurry up and just get what I want or get what I need, I came in there to get, I will walk around. And I did. I walked around. I encountered this woman in the aisle again with not the same woman, I don't think. Cart was filled to the brim. Like she almost needed another cart. And I thought, I hope she has bags with her because in Maryland, they pass no more plastic bags. So you either have to bring your own bags or you can buy a paper bag from the store. And I only had like 3 things in my hand, so I didn't need a bag. I'll carry this stuff out. I don't care. Groceries, we bring our own bags and I keep them in my car. But yeah. Yesterday I worked pretty late. I took a break and then had to do some more work. So I didn't really get done work until like 9 p.m. And I've been rewatching Grey's Anatomy and Scandal. And because I can just have that stuff on in the background and color. But I am enjoying it very much. And I just love it so much because the colors that you can make. I mean, some of these people on YouTube are amazing artists. I mean, it's just astounding. So I'm enjoying very much following the coloring tutorial, but I will be very glad to have this background done. As you can see, I only have a smaller section to go, and then I'll be able to start coloring the actual flowers. And so when I go through to go start coloring the actual flowers, I will probably be using a black gel pen to probably go over some of the lines and the black spots in here that I've gotten colored pencil on from the background. But yeah, so I hope you enjoy. This is probably going to be a pretty boring as far as seeing what I'm doing video because you're just going to see me coloring. And there are some really tiny spots in there, so I always have to keep my pencil sharpened. But yeah, so plans this weekend. Oh, I got a headband at the Dollar Tree. Really like it. I'm wearing it right now. You guys can't see it, but I'm impressed for $1.25. Okay. So tomorrow, I have a massage and that's really it for the weekend so far. So not sad about not having a bunch of plans. So I thought I would also read two stories from Chicken Soup for the Dieter Soul. But I did start reading a new series on Prime Reading. It's a 6 6 short stories by 6 different authors, and it's called the Never Tell Collection. I will link it down below. The stories are anywhere from like 40 to 60 pages. I've read 2 of them so far and loved both of them. I downloaded all 6 because, yes, I will read all of them, as I'm still waiting for a book to come in at the library for me. So, but I'm enjoying them very, very much, and yeah, they're really good. But okay, so 2 stories from Chicken Soup. I almost said chocolate soup. Chicken Soup for the Dieter's Soul. So the first one is called Chocolate is Not the Enemy. And isn't that funny how I just told you that story about the chocolate? So the quote at the top is by Floyd V. Filson, and it says, "He can inspire a group only if he himself is filled with confidence and hope of success." It wasn't yet 7 o'clock in the morning, and already I was chain-eating lime chili tortilla chips. I stood at the kitchen counter, emotionally hungover from yet another fight with my boyfriend. I was crunching the anger, salting the wounds. Crunching and salting with bites of chocolate for good measure. I couldn't stop. Even the tortilla chip bag had a wickedly furious crinkle. I couldn't eat fast enough to block the tension of not wanting to abandon my relationship, not knowing how to go on. I was broken, a whir of helplessness, powerlessness. This echoed my drinking days. 12 years I had been sober. How did I get this way with food? This had to stop. Had to stop. What had been an occasional binge followed by days of deprivation had become a near daily nightmare. A prayer flashed through my mind, one that my friend Marty Matthews shares in her book, Pain, the Challenge, and the Gift. It goes like this: help, 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 which she suggests can be repeated with hands thrown in the air. I repeated it silently all the way to a breakfast with one of my best friends, a bearer of wonders and wise words. While I collected myself, she whipped out a flyer from her bag and slapped it on my empty plate. Taking your own shape, explore your relationship with food and body, it said. What? Oh my God. The most important part of praying for help is recognizing it when it arrives. Darn, I would have to go. The class was intimate and scary. 6 women sitting on couches. That first night, I felt like someone who had arrived from another planet with a waiting for instructions note pinned to my soul. Please tell me what to do and when to do it. Give me the whole calories in, calories out regime with a few collages thrown in to express my creativity, and no one will get hurt. Now. Instead, we talked and we listened. We talked about our bodies, what it felt like to live in them. We shared our love and lack of love for others and ourselves. We set no weight loss goals. We suffered no weekly weigh-ins or calculations of the foods we ate and in what proportions. Got no stickers for eating right or scowls for eating wrong. In fact, Dr. Becky Coleman, our teacher, said there was no right or wrong, only alive and less alive. She needn't have told us. She radiated acceptance. She embodied an invitation to a whole new level of living that was spacious and expressive. She had weighed 300 pounds not once, but twice. 8 years ago, she lost 170 pounds and has never found them again. How strange. My body was a Frankenstein to me, out of control, hunted and feared by the villagers. Becky practiced compassionate experimentation. Explore your weight. Don't condemn it. Perhaps hunger was a message from your deep, wise self. What if your body generously expressed what you were afraid to? Well, if my body was speaking, it was mumbling, that's for sure. Maybe because its mouth was full. One evening, we introduced our favorite food friends to each other. A vegetarian brought a huge plate of steak and French fries. I showed my old faithful Ben & Jerry's Chubby Hubby ice cream. Chocolate-covered, peanut butter-filled pretzels tucked into vanilla ice cream. I had met Chubby Hubby years ago when my then live-in boyfriend moved away. It was everything. Salty, crunchy, soft, sweet. Thanks to Ben & Jerry's planet-friendly ethics, I could save myself and the world at the same time. You say you crave variety, said Becky. Interesting variety in that carton. She invited us to experiment with our food friends. Did we reach for them in anger, sorrow? What would happen if we held the tension that triggered the craving just for a moment? The next time Chubby Hubby called, I paused with spoon in hand. I let my body experience the ache for peace with my lover. Then I ate the ice cream. Instead of slapping my thighs and cursing my willpower, I became curious. So there really were emotions trying to emerge between bites. My body relished the pauses from chips and chocolate. Attention at last. I began to enjoy feeling fluid and elegant instead of leaden. 20 pounds fell away. Discovering that my cravings, my clenched heart, my anxious belly had answers for me was like being lost and panicky in the woods and discovering the trees could speak. Now when trees speak, I listen. And that was by Jan Henriksen. You know, what I have found most of the time is that, we live in a distracted society. Nobody wants to sit with feelings of anxiety, depression, boredom, whatever. They always want to be distracted. And having our phones and social media, you can be distracted 24/7. So now I'm guilty of this too, but I really do try. If I am really just not having a good day, like with work, I will take 2 minutes and just sit and breathe and just try to sit with it and just let the feelings happen. Instead of trying to stuff them down with food or junk like I used to do, or just buying something. Used to do that too. Just try to sit with those feelings and let yourself feel them without trying to distract yourself or to wash them away with something else. Okay. The next story and the last one is called A Can of Peas and a Jog Around the Block. This quote at the beginning is by Calvin Coolidge. Nothing in the world can take the place of persistence. You can accomplish anything with persistence, truly. You truly can. Okay. One summer day, a dozen years ago, I stood at my living room window and watched 2 women walk by on the sidewalk. They were both young mothers and each pushed a stroller while holding a toddler about the same size as Dana, my then 2-year-old daughter. It struck me how alike the women looked, heavy and slow, with untucked, oversized t-shirts covering ample butts and bellies. Then my window became a mirror, and I saw myself. I looked just like them. In that instant, as I stood there in my untucked, oversized t-shirt and elastic waist shorts, I knew I had to make some changes. God was hitting me over the head with a giant foam hammer. This is an epiphany, Lori. Run with it. And that, more or less, is what I did. I had always been a tiny person, never needing to exercise and able to eat whatever, whenever, and remain trim and petite. I had even come out the other end of my first pregnancy smaller than when I went into it. I had had a hard time just holding on to my first child, a boy. After 7 months of nausea, projectile rejection of almost all food except Cheerios and Dannon yogurt, and a stint in the hospital hooked to a nasogastric tube that delivered protein drink through my nostrils to my stomach, my Adam greeted the world 2 months early, 4 pounds and able to fit in the palm of my husband's hand. When we took our tiny fighter home after his stay in intensive care, I weighed 5 pounds less than I had weighed in high school. Dana, however, stayed in the womb a week beyond the due date. While I carried Dana, she and I ate about every 20 minutes. With Adam, I felt sick if I ate. With Dana, I felt sick if I didn't. I embarked on a 9-month nonstop eating orgy. Steak, peanut butter, baked potatoes with sour cream, hot fudge sundaes, deli meat, frozen pizza, Cheez-Its by the boxful, Oreos, burritos, chocolate and butterscotch pudding smothered in Ready Whip. I slept with a loaf of bread next to the bed. Wow. When Dana was born healthy and beautiful, I was big. And I stayed big. And pretended I wasn't. Had God sent the 2 strolling mothers any earlier, I wouldn't have been ready to receive the message. Being in denial a while had allowed me to keep eating donuts, corned beef hash, and bacon, while rationalizing the weight gain as a normal, perfectly acceptable stage of motherhood. Upon my epiphany, I resolved to effect a wholesale cold turkey conversion. I knew exactly what I had to do. Eat less, eat well, move more, forever. And it's the forever part that made the whole thing easier to swallow. Were I to put myself on a diet, I knew I would fail, ultimately, if not right away. I needed to replace diet, a short-term, emergency-infused concept, with life, hopefully long and good. I would never be on a diet. I'd be on life. That is it. Before I continue, that is an amazing way to look at it. Truly. This gave me more time to succeed. A diet would demand results in a few weeks. Life gave me more time, all the time in the world. A diet would have me devote a finite number of weeks or months to counting, measuring, and portioning, allowing me an extra gram of sugar here and there so I could live a little. Life, on the other hand, said, don't live a little, live fully. Use common sense to live well. You know what's good and what's not, so most of the time just do what's good. And before I continue with the story, we all know what we need to do. Not just with our health and eating, but with everything. We all know what we need to do. Doing it is where the issue lies, right? And a diet would address only what I took in. But life offered the chance to play with energy, experiment with taking it in and burning it off. A diet held no challenge. Here, eat this measured thing. Life said, have some fun. See what happens when you eat a little and burn a little, or eat a lot and burn a lot, or eat a little and burn a lot, or eat a lot and burn a lot. Oh, I said that wrong. Or eat a lot and burn a little, or eat a little and burn a lot, or eat a lot and burn a lot. What fun. Like being a scientist. Diet, every day is grapefruit. Life, every day is different. So I banished diet from my mindset and lexicon and focused on life. I resolved to do 3 things. Center my meals around plants, choose healthy calories over bad or empty ones, and move for at least 20 minutes a day. When the time came for my first post-conversion meal, I opened the fridge. I wanted to plant center my plate, but there wasn't a fresh fruit or vegetable in that whole Kenmore. I opened the cupboard and took down a can of peas. I found an onion, sauteed it in olive oil, threw in some chopped garlic and lemon juice, and folded the mix into the peas. I poured a tall glass of orange juice, sat down on my deck, and tucked into this humble, healthy lunch that would change my life. The next morning, I dug out an old pair of sneakers, pulled on my elastic waist shorts and oversized t-shirt, and went outside to move. I started out walking, but soon found myself lifting my feet high enough off the ground to approximate a rude form of entry-level shuffle jogging. That first day, I made it once around the block. I felt like I was going to die, but I knew I'd run the race of my life. Now, after years of salads, fruit, fish, chicken, whole grains, and the occasional Oreo or Dairy Queen cone, I wear high school size jeans, and have long since given away my elastic waist shorts. And that energy experiment, my favorite take-in, burn-off combination is eat a lot and burn a lot. That's what I do when I train for a marathon. I'm preparing for my 6th one. And that's by Lori Hine. And everyone is different. I mean, every body is different. And I think as people get older, they think it's just a death sentence. Like you can't lose weight after 50. Now, given hormones play a huge part in it. So may it be more difficult? Yes. But it is possible. I mean, there are people on the intermittent fasting group that I belong to on Facebook that are 70, 75 years old losing extreme amounts of weight. So it can be done. You just have to find what works for you and give it time. It takes time. In the intermittent fasting book that I read, she said you have to give it at least a year. And, I was sitting here this morning and I was reading a post about how someone said they lost 4 pounds in a month and they were very happy. And I thought, I should definitely be clapping myself on the motherfucking back for losing 20 pounds in almost 3 months. That is an amazing thing. What I've done is amazing. So I am very thankful because on most days I feel so much lighter for sure. Still have a ways to go. I want to lose another 50 pounds, but I will get there eventually. It will happen for sure. So I hope you guys enjoyed seeing me color the background on this page in Johanna Basford's Secret Garden. As always, if you have any questions, please leave them in the comment section below, and I will answer them to the best of my ability. Thank you so much for watching and subscribing, and I will see you in my next video. Bye, guys.